Hi, this is Neko,
And the Completionist.
and we just came back from seeing Zootopia. I know I'm late to the party for this, but you know me, I like to see a movie at least a week or so after it opens up to avoid all the crowds, but unfortunately this time there were children, lots and lots of children, but we survived.
And thankfully they were a little behaved. They weren't as noisy and as obnoxious as other films we've seen with children around.
But a long story short, I thought it was actually pretty good, but unfortunately the movie was so painfully safe, and I think the kids in the theater proved that because they were either so restless or bored, and I swear the one in front of us was, fell asleep, and but safe is not what I would like. Disney is safe, but I think movies like The Hunchback was more hard-hitting than Zootopia. I honestly thought it was. That movie took risks. This one didn't take any risks whatsoever.
There were no risks. It was a pretty basic Disney formula, based upon the issues of self-identity and to follow your dreams and never let anything get you down. But the biggest thing that works against this movie is that I'm not going to consider it a Disney classic. It's not something that you're going to think, oh, Disney, oh, I'm going to have to recommend Zootopia. No, that simply doesn't exist. Like I can't fault the movie for taking the safe approach when it comes to Disney, because ultimately Disney does want to appeal, to a very young audience, and they do want to appeal to families. But unfortunately, this movie, for as good as it was, it had a lot of missed opportunities that could have made it that much better.
So much, man. Think about it. It's a city a world populated with animals. I mean, you can write so much humor into that. Now, there are a few laugh out loud moments. I mean, my favorite humorous moment was the DMV. What a perfect commentary that is. And everyone's seen the trailer. It has the sloths. Everyone gets frustrated when you go to the DMV, and man, I died laughing at that. But the movie, it has positive messages. I mean, the obvious one is racism. We live in a world where racism still exists, and this movie, it explores that topic in a very family-friendly way, and I'm pretty sure young kids will pick up on it. And be determined, never give up, be true to yourself. I mean, that's all there. But yeah, so many missed opportunities. My favorite character, believe it or not, is the Godfather shrew. That the whole scene where they parodied the Godfather.
Yeah. And my favorite character was the actual police officer at the front of the station named Clawhauser, and just a big old fat jolly cheetah. With a great sense of humor, and he really stole some of the scenes. And this just really shows how kind of forgettable the movie is, because we actually like supporting characters much more than the actual main characters, because they're not people that I would consider memorable, even though the chemistry between the two main leads in the film were actually pretty solid for the most part.
Yeah, I thought they worked off each other pretty well. I was impressed by that. But I found the movie itself wasn't that hard-hitting as other Disney movies. When I think of, more risky Disney movies, I think of Hunchback of Notre Dame, for example. That's the one I remember the most. And I know it's cliche to say this, but if someone say, oh, name a movie off the top of your head by Disney that sticks out, well, Frozen, actually. I mean, I think Frozen was overrated, but yeah, even I think that was more Disney than Zootopia.
And technically, it is a safe movie. The thing is,
painfully safe.
Yeah, painfully safe. It's the there could have been a lot more comedy. The different animal interactions, they could have done a hell of a lot more. The movie could have been a lot more funnier than what it was. And if it's one thing I'm starting to notice with a lot of new age Disney movies, is that I'm having a huge problem that Disney films are not taking the time to establish a villain like they do during the old school Disney films and even the films during the Renaissance era. Because movies such as Frozen and Wreck-It Ralph and so many others, like the villain is not established until the last 10, 15, 20 minutes of the movie, because then all the rest of the movie is just pretty much all character building, all world building, trying to, beat a message, over your head. And I actually like Disney films that actually take the time to actually build a villain's motivations that go beyond just the last few minutes of the movie.
It's okay to a certain degree, right? But I totally get what you're saying, right? Because when you're watching a film this safe, you're not really sure what you're supposed to be rooting for or looking forward to, because when you boil it down, Zootopia, despite all the obvious messages, it's a crime story. It's this fox and rabbit partner that get together and they're trying to solve a crime. So that's pretty cool. At least Zootopia makes you wonder, okay, like what's behind all this criminal activity that's going on. So yeah, I think the formula worked in this case, but yeah, when it comes to regular Disney, it is nice to have a villain somewhere and somebody you can kind of sneer at and say, oh, the good guy, they're going to get you, they're going to kick your ass, right? But that wasn't really in part of this case. But overall, yes, I mean, I wanted to see this movie anyway as soon as I seen the trailer, and I definitely want to see it even more when I saw the massive approval rating it was getting on Rotten Tomatoes. Like the first day it came out, 100%, and I'm like, damn, this must be good. And yes, it is good, but I think not for kids younger than 6, I think, but if you're a person that doesn't like any hardcore conflict and is more in it for the warm fuzzy feeling, Zootopia will definitely be for you. But yeah, it's a little too safe for me, but it is harmless, so I still say check it out.
Yeah, it's at the end of the day, it's unfortunately painfully above average. and the thing is but technically, there is still a lot to enjoy about this film. It's not a complete waste of your money. It's beautifully filmed, it's beautifully animated. Besides the scene with the sloths at the DMV, there are some comical moments with the police chief, with my favorite character Clow Hauser, and even when Officer Hops is running through the miniature town, because we had an appearance by one of our favorite animals.
Rats and mice.
Rats and the mice.
Yeah, but one of the houses fell over. Someone was running on trim. I was in the theater. Anyway, yeah, I say I'd give this movie around a 7. It is really good. Just may not be for the person who likes Disney to take more risks.
Yeah, and for me, just pretty much the same score, just a little lower, 6.5 out of 10. Nowhere near as bad as some other Disney films, but as we said before, it's painfully safe. That's exactly what it is.
Is that your thing? Go for it.